All right, with this WESH2 Facebook Live update, I'm Chief Meteorologist Tony Mainolfi. Hope you guys are ready for the weekend. Boy, I tell you what, it's going to be a rough weekend in the northern Gulf Coast communities from Louisiana to Mississippi to Alabama, with Ida chugging up towards the northern Gulf of Mexico as we head into the weekend. So keep them in your thoughts and your prayers, because we are talking about a extremely powerful hurricane, Category 4, potentially at landfall as we get you on into Sunday. So a lot to talk about here. Juan Carlos Olivio, MB DeAngelis, Lachena Nicole De Leor, Maritza Medina, Darlene Mize, Mary Evans. A good Friday night to you folks. Always appreciate you all popping in and saying hi, as you do almost each and every night. Lori Whitehurst, good evening to you. Got a lot of ground to cover here with the tropics and all, so let's go ahead and show you what's going on. First of which is just got the update on the information on Ida. Invest 96 still has a 60% chance of developing. Invest 98 still an 80% chance of developing, and that wave is now increased to a 30% chance of developing early next week. Stephanie Hall, Victoria Harrison Magoo, Cindy Stisser, Sarah Loper, Terry M. Turnage, Tina O'Wedding, Terry Lottie. We've got the whole gang in here. Jessica Greenfield. Yes, they are going to need all those prayers. Kathy Fish, Phil Short, all in the house. Good to have you guys, by the way. As we take a look at what's going on here. Let me zoom it in here real quickly and give you the 8 o'clock intermediate advisory. So it looks like, just looking at some new data, it looks like second landfall now, Western Cuba for Ida, and then the third location will be likely Louisiana. So that's the latest information from the Hurricane Center. There's the cone. Category 4, you're not misreading that. That is insanely dangerous there for folks in Louisiana by the time we get to Sunday. James Wallace from Dunoon, Scotland is in the house. Danny Ritchie, Nikki Kelly. Good to have you fine young folks in here. Let's take a look now at the steering around this storm. 69, Jeff Neighbors, happy birthday. Natalie DeFazio is in the house. So this big high is our saving grace for Florida. That is going to deflect this storm north and west, and then this upper low here is going to sling this storm back towards the west. So the combination of this upper low and this high are what's going to be helping us out. And look at this outflow on top of this storm. See this big fanning going on right there? That's an upper level ridge of high pressure over the storm. And that's what gets these storms really going. That is a outstanding presentation on that satellite loop there for Ida. There's the, oh, look at that, unbelievable. It is getting ready to blow right back up. It just wants to go. You can see it right there. Went over land. Can make its reemergence back into the Gulf a little bit later on tonight. So Billy Tyson on the phone with Mom. Can you zoom in on the cone? Billy Tyson, I can zoom in on the cone. Let me get you the close-up version of that. Hold on one second. Tropical storm. Let's see. Let me find that there for you. Do I not have that in here? I thought I did. Hang on one second, Mr. Tyson. John Davidson, Molly Johnson, Howard Maynard. Trying to find the zoomed in cone. Give me one second. This is going to look ugly for 1 second. Hold on. Okay, let's see this. All right. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. All right, hang on. I gotta get this close-up cone. Let me get rid of one graphic here. let's do this. And then let's do, give me 1 second. This is going to look strange for 1 second, but fear not. I will give you what you need. Stats close. There we go. All right. Whoa. All right, so this is the close-up of the cone. Now, Billy Tyson wanted that. Sure does. Karen, right there. Ida is going to be just as bad, yes. Look at that. Cat 4, Sunday, 2 p.m. And then 2 a.m. overland, spinning down quickly to a Category 2. So that's kind of the gist of what we're expecting. Anna David, Danny Ritchie. Yeah, Danny Ritchie, definitely going to be a busy time of it for sure. So that's the close-up. Let me get you zoomed in there. The ice storms are, so you can see the wind gusts. We had Key West gusting to 46 earlier. There's the thunderstorms there, right around that core. I'm going to stop this loop. This is the visible. And you see that little right there. I'm slowing it down. Look at that big explosion of storms now, right over the center of that storm in Key West. Just getting hammered with a lot of rain. There's the 8 o'clock intermediate advisory. Pressure 985. Made its second landfall over northwest Cuba. I'm feeling near Fort Polk. Pensacola Bonnie, I'm going to give you that info here in just 1 second. Let's take a look at those computer models. And you can see pretty good agreement, Louisiana and Mississippi. Now, either way, though, you can see most of the models are in that cone. And then the intensity forecasts looking like this. Many at Cat 3, 1 at Cat 2 at Cat 4. So there we go. Some dangerous stuff. Now, let me show you the differences between the Euro and the GFS. Do the side by side. You can see they're pretty darn close now. GFS maybe just a tad quicker, not by much. Maybe by 6 to 12 hours, GFS makes landfall. Both of them now west, southwest of New Orleans. And some dangerous flooding concerns there as well. So there's a look at the storm surge advisories and warnings and watches. There's going to be a complete mess. Now when we take a look at storm surge threat, there you go. Look at all the way to Interstate 10. Inland there. There's a potential for some storm surge there because of the marshy nature of southern Louisiana. And because it's a large storm. Let me show you. I got a couple of other graphics I do want to show. Somebody was asking about how much rain. I'm going to get to that here. Check this out. Watch this. So for us, on Saturday, with that storm and its large circulation around, we'll get some showers coming in off of the Atlantic, and then moving inland. But look at that. 2 a.m., 8 a.m. Sunday. Golly. Potential landfall around 10 to noon on Sunday with this particular model, with bands of showers and storms for us. Now, that's the graph. Here's the Euro. Euro's a little bit slower. Coming in Sunday evening. So we'll have to wait and see on that. Good evening to you, Denise. I hope they evacuated too. Yep. Terry Lonnie, evening to you. Bill Callis, Zashi's in the house. So that is a look at, again, the European computer model coming in the southwest Louisiana. Now rainfall, this is insane. Less than an inch here. Then you look at southern Louisiana in that shady yellow, 15 plus inches of rain. That's going to be some tremendous flooding there in southern Louisiana. And then when it starts to turn, look at Mississippi, Alabama. There's a tremendous amount of rain. And then potentially again in Tennessee, of all places. Antler County, Robin Atkins, it's not looking pretty. You're absolutely right about that. Now, wanted to make sure you guys saw this. There's the hurricane warnings and watches. You take a look at the GFS. Look at that. Oh, 100 plus mile-an-hour winds right into southwest Louisiana. Here's the Euro. Also coming in with some incredible wind. And it's not going to be pretty, folks. So both models. Now, let's do this. That's it, Renee. Yep. The better. Yep, they are. Good to have you, Chad. Tuscaloosa. Yeah, a lot of wind and rain there, too, in Tuscaloosa. Tuscaloosa is going to have to watch this. You know, you get that strong a storm, and it takes time for it to wind down. So why do we believe pretty strongly that this is going to develop quickly? Well, a couple things. Number one, it's going to take a path. That's not the one I wanted. This is the one I wanted. Bear with me 1 second. It's going to take a path that's going to go literally right into the warmest water. 85 to 90 degree water. It's just not good. Now, the wave action is going to be picking up big time here. You're going to see some incredible seas over the weekend with Alex and Eric as they man the hatches for us here this weekend. Those are the current state of the seas. It is going to get way worse. Let me show you why. Prayers for Nola. Well said. Well said, Kimmy. Donna Moore. Ugh. John David. You betcha. All right, so this is the forecast of the wave heights. Look at how that's. Storm's getting stronger and stronger. Reds popping up. Dark reds popping up. 40 to 50 foot waves with this storm coming into southeast Louisiana. That's going to create a ridiculous amount of storm surge. See, Dylan Page is getting right up there. Lake Charles is going to get some action out of this, but Bonnie, I'm in Orlando. Where are you located? Natalie, it actually could be as early as the late morning too, so there's about a 12-hour window difference there amongst those models. Just FYI. But that's a look at the, that's a look at the wave action right there for what we're expecting in with Ida, as you can see right there. That's going to go full screen on there for you a second. Sorry about that, gang. I thought I had it in better mode. Now, let's see what happens here further down the road. Jamie Lewis, yeah, Bev's right. Scott Tanner heading into the, no. Yeah, I don't think you want to do that with 40-foot waves. So there's the GFS slamming into Louisiana. Another one trying to develop there again into southwest Texas. And then look at that. Two more storms there that get pulled northeastward with the European computer model. Now, the GFS model. Let's do the European. There's Ida. Next storm goes north. There's a third storm. That one gets pulled north, and that's another beautiful looking storm there because it's out to sea. And then another wave south of that. So we are we're looking busy. There's no doubt about that. Pamela Jonquez Lopez. Elizabeth Hart, good to have you in here, young lady. So, all right, any thoughts, any questions on or concerns that you have for maybe loved ones or family or friends there in the northern Gulf Coast? Say it now or forever hold your peace. Teresa Gerber Ponder, good to have you there. Julian and Kate are the next named storms. We've had 5 tropical storms. Lori Mack, good to have you there. 3 hurricanes and 1 major hurricane. Likely to have 2 major hurricanes here in no time, as again the computer models are indicating high likelihood for another major hurricane. Just like I said the other day. Yep, Guillermo, well said. Billy Lamonaco, you're welcome. Wildwood, Barb Z, always a pleasure to have you in here. Thank you there, young lady. You know I appreciate you. Fawn, are you from Louisiana? Actually, it's saving grace that you're not there. Obviously, you're going to be sweating out on what's going on with your belongings there, obviously, if you are from there. I love that question. How far inland should you evacuate from a storm like this? Great question. So for me, I want to be north of 10 in Louisiana. North of 10 in Mississippi. And Mobile Bay, you got to watch out because north of 10 there, the water can rise over a portion of 10. Chad Hardy, we got a monster blowing up here, big dog. WDC, yes, they will. In fact, we've sent 4 of our folks over to DSU to help them out because they're going to be needing help. Bonnie Conlon, correct. Just go north and west. Most of the models are indicating a location that would be, let me show you where. Tracy Bosch, good to have you there. Stephanie, what's up? Tony Federico, Jess Atkins, good to have you. Most of the models want to bring this storm right about in here. A few of them are over here, and 1 or 2 over towards Gulfport. So either go to Lake Charles, or go north, or go east of Mobile, because this storm is going to bend back to the north and the east with time. It's just going to be, once this comes ashore, it's then going to start to turn as there's a big trough of low pressure coming on in. Jan Wilkins, good to have you. Stacy, great question. With that current intensity, with that current track, out west, you're looking at 1 to 3 feet near Lake Charles, much lower than obviously the eastern side of southern Louisiana. Bonnie, west for now is best. East, you're going to be in trouble unless you go well east, like towards Tallahassee east. So just FYI on that. I don't know if you guys saw this graphic that I showed earlier. Here we go. Here's the graph model. Look at that. Look at the bands coming into the Big Bend area. The strongest core of the winds, though, with this model, southeast Louisiana, which means that the storm surge into New Orleans, Lake Pontchartrain, and southern Mississippi is going to be quite high. Combination of the surge and the rain here, as you're about to see, is a deadly combination. That is not what we want to be seeing. Pearl Ross Cox, good to have you there. Always appreciate you popping in. Juan, for me, Cat 5 is still on the table. You know, the fact that it's already trying to blow up and come back on that northwestern tip there is not a good sign. That tells me that the core, which is right in there, is well intact and just is ready. It's ready for the fuel. The analogy that I like to make, folks, is that, you know, when you go to fill up your gas tank, there are different grades of gasoline. And, you know, the stuff up here, this is high octane, 85 to 90 degree water. So it goes 84, 86, 87, and then right around 88 to 90 as you zoom it in on southern Louisiana. So it's going to be a very dangerous storm. There's no doubt about that. Again, people that are there now need to get out of there ASAP. Bill Sawyer's just doing my job. Tony Federico. Tony, not a good sign. Just again, not what we want to see. Now, I showed this graphic a little while ago. Wave action near Cuba is not that impressive now, but I'm telling you what, give this 24 hours and look out. We're going to see 20 to 30 foot seas, and then once it gets to the northern Gulf, 40, maybe 50 foot seas as it approaches southern Louisiana. Yeah, I tell you what, Louisiana is just, hey, Lori Brown, how you doing, by the way? Michael Jung. Yep, that's the high octane fuel. That's the 93 grade gasoline up there in the northern Gulf of Mexico. So that's a look at the wave height forecast there. Yeah, see, here's the thing. Everybody's going to be leaving, and everybody's going to be looking for hotels, you know, north of 10. And you're going to, a lot of people are going to have to go very far to the north, you know, to get out of harm's way. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of folks going to Baton Rouge from southern Louisiana as it's north and west. Dominique, you're welcome. And remember, if you haven't followed my feed, please guys go ahead and do so. Every time I go live, by you following it, you'll get a notification and liking the page as well. So that is, you know, in times like this, it's good because you can get weather updates when we go live. Colleen Evans, good to have you there. Always appreciate you popping in. So again, there's going to be some rough surf even along the west coast of Florida this weekend. All right, little local weather here for folks, because I know that it's the weekend and we're thinking about folks up in Louisiana, but a lot of you have made plans. And check this out. We've got these bands of rains coming off the Atlantic waters. There's Flagler Beach. Boy, I got some moderate to heavy rain approaching the Daytona International Speedway where the Wawa 250 is underway. Then we got Titusville, a couple fast-moving showers there. You know, when we take a look at the RPM this evening, we go through 7 a.m. You can see they're holding on to a rain for a good chunk of the night tonight. So there you have it. They're going out every 6 hours now, Brian. Fawn Quigley. Fawn? Yeah, she's got to get out of there. Sal Perone, you're welcome. Glendo Hurricane coming. Helene, you know, we're not even at the peak yet. So, you know, long way to go. Long way to go. We'll just watch things and see how things evolve. There we go tomorrow. 92 at 3, and then 88 at 5. With, again, a good chunk of tomorrow's action, not from Ida, but from the southeasterly flow. And there's Ida pulling away from Florida and headed up towards Louisiana. Again, a very powerful, very dangerous storm. As that is lifting north and west, temperatures tomorrow here, upper 80s along the coast, low 90s inland areas. If they did chat, I didn't see it. It was still a go for 3:37 in the morning as of 6 o'clock. Helene Rich, there you go. Raining now in Daytona. Brian, are you at that race right now, by the way? Or I'm just curious. Brian Bedore. I missed the answer. Brian. Here we go. Montrum in the house. Shelly, good to have you there. Mary Evans, you have a wonderful night, wonderful weekend. Always appreciate you popping in. Here's the second race, the Coke Zero. Brian, okay, got you, buddy. Coke Zero 400, 8 a.m. 80, noon 86, 7:30 for the second race. In 2 nights. There you go, 81. Lieutenant Nicole DeLior has popped in. Brian Bedore saying he wishes. Here's a look at our weekend numbers. You got 91, 92, 60, and a 50% chance for rain. Actually, I went 50-50. Going to lower that. Saturday to 50. There we go. All right, let's finish it up with a look at the 7-day. Then I got to get rocking and rolling, making some updates. Donna McCrae, just doing my job, girl. Just making sure you guys know what's going on. So there you go, 50% chance for showers and storms Saturday and Sunday. A little warmer on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then starting to come back down by late next week. All right, gang, I'm going to rock and roll, make some updates here, get ready for tonight's 10 and 11. You guys have a wonderful weekend. We'll keep tabs on Ida for you all weekend long, and hoping that somehow, some way, some wind shear can get put back into this equation, and this thing doesn't develop and become something violent. All right, gang, take care. See you.